For me, it was fascinating writing this entire musical. The script, the songs, and creating the melodies. I felt it was really rewarding because we were reliving a tale that is 10 centuries old and is timeless in its message. Because the story of Pandora's box encourages us, just as Prometheus was, to have courage, to be different, and to reach out and help people when there is a need.
Hi TV. I am the Director of Music, Clifford Fernando, from the musical Hope, presented by Lyceum International School, Nugegoda. As the Director of Music, my job has been a thrilling, really fun, really amazing experience. Of course, it really did push me to my limits a little bit. I've spent countless tiresome nights, but I felt amazing when the kids were performing all the songs on stage. So, speaking a little bit about the music actually. The music is a blend of traditional Greek instruments and Western orchestral instruments. The musical consists genres such as traditional choral arrangements, to jazz, to hip-hop, to pop, and especially rock. All these different genres explode in this musical. And it's been really fun to sort of create these tracks and create these different soundscapes using just a Yamaha keyboard.
Zeus is wanting the company of man. He thinks he's lacking the mark of a champion. Athena has an owl and serpent. Artemis tracks the forest with the hounds. Aphrodite coos with the pretty little doves. So mine's the task of Zeus's mirth. Raise up a species and keep them subservient. Raise up a species to praise and to please him. Raise up a species and keep them subservient.
I feel it's a very enriching experience. And I feel like you can learn a lot from having an experience like going to a musical or performing in a drama. It was a very enjoyable experience. I made a lot of friends in this production, and I believe that it's been a very nice time. I have heard of the myth Pandora's box, and it was a very hopeful myth. I mean, it shows years of resentment and how humans became what they are. And at the start, even though we got all these illnesses and aging and sickness, there is always that one little spark that will always be inside of us. And just know that that spark is inside all of you.
Do I look empty?
You have no idea. To be a god in a complete world is boring.
Huh. And now I'm boring.
Yes, it's boring. A throne on Olympus, my thunderbolt getting rusty. I'm tired of these songs and praises. There's no fun in it. I'm lonely.
Hi, I'm Amit Vikramasinghe. I play Zeus. And I'm Yuvatsu Gadasa. I play the part of Prometheus in the production Hope. So Hope is based on a myth called Pandora's box. And I think it brings out the real meaning of hope. Yes. It is formed from a Greek philosophy, and it teaches us not to be too greedy. there are many life lessons that we can learn in this entire story. And play Zeus is actually a real, how can I say this? It's a tough role to play because he is the main god in the whole universe. So a little backstory on Zeus is he actually overthrew father who was a Titan, and he saved all of his brothers and everything.
So a bit about Prometheus is that it took me a lot of time to like memorize a script and figure out how to do the lines. But what we both have noticed is that the amazing teachers of Lyceum has helped us learn these words very fast and has boosted our motivation for this drama.
To trample and to crush, to rule him, to fool him, his power is now lost. To break man, to fake man, to trample and to crush, to rule him, to fool him, his power is now lost. His pride has been bricked, betrayed by his ally. Prometheus, his body has become a big beggar.
It also teaches us to be mindful that if we do the wrong thing, there is a price that must be paid. And when it came to the concept of the price, it's fascinating to note that this whole story of revenge resonates with many religions, and I found that fascinating. But the ultimate message of the story of Pandora's box is the title I've given the play, Hope. Life is full of so many imperfections, so many trials, so many injustices. And the message is poignant today in a world which is filled with war, crime, and so many different forms of injustice that in spite of it all, we need to look ahead.
Ha! I'm surprised you know the meaning of such. The cuckoo bird has tricked you.
And he shall pay his own coin.
Oh, pay. Now that could be very interesting.
Indeed, you will see my craft so easily outdoes yours. Prometheus needs to accept that it is I who rules all things,
Rules.
protects all things.
Protects. You must remember that man must look up to you. They need to honor who they worship.
I've been running around just banging on random objects so that I could incorporate those random sounds into the music, actually. For instance, one day when I was making the track for Hephaestus' song, I was just banging on a metal bar, and the maid auntie just walked in and she was like, what is going on with this band? So yeah, safe to say that it was a really, really fun and very, very confusing experience. Seeing the kids on stage is just a breath of fresh air. They're just absolutely amazing. They are really talented, and seeing them perform on stage really, really makes me emotional and really, really makes me feel so proud of them.
To rule him, to fool him, his power is now lost. To break man, to fake man, to trample and to crush. To rule him, to fool him, his power is now lost. His pride has been pricked. Pandora's box really shows how at the start everything was like perfect, except for the fact that humans were like, you know, starving and stuff like that. At the start, people didn't have aging, they didn't have sickness. But then Pandora's box was opened and then everything came. But then there was that one little thing. And I feel like if we take this into retrospective, if we take this into hindsight, you can see how this, like, not all bad things turn us bad. Like, if we base this myth as how people were created and stuff like that, it really shows how you need some things, some bad things to happen in your life, and how those bad things shape you into who you are. Playing Hera was very difficult for me, since I am a very, I guess you would say, very not self-confident, and Hera is more like, you know, powerful, and I am not powerful.
There's a spirit of enchantment in the forest. There's a spirit of enchantment in the air. So we're whirling and we're swirling and we're grooving and we're moving, screaming summer everywhere. There's a spirit of enchantment in the forest. There's a spirit of enchantment in the air. So we're whirling and we're swirling and we're grooving and we're moving, screaming summer everywhere.
Working for this musical has pushed me to my limits, and has been such an amazing experience working for it. And I hope you all enjoy the program. I hope you all enjoyed watching Hope the musical, and I hope it brings out the message of hope, which is duality, the duality that it brings, that hope will inspire you and also confound and doubt you.
The flames, the tall flames of fire, I'll build you a woman that all men desire. Skin smooth as pearl, ivory sculpted, dresses that will be the night. Oh, skin smooth as pearl, ivory sculpted, dresses that will be the night.
So it's been quite the experience, and it's honestly been challenging, but also really fun, to say the least. Playing as Hera really did get me to know more about, like, acting, and really acting is just pretending you are someone you are not, and that isn't technically a bad thing. That's pretty much all I have to say about the musical. It's been a very fun experience, and I hope you've enjoyed it.